So hello everyone, and welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot. We are here for the new moon in Virgo, new Regiment secret code name readings. All right, for those of you not familiar with secret code names and what they are here on the channel, these readings are purchased by individuals via my Etsy shop. All right, that link's in the description. They're purchased by individuals, and those individuals, once they're purchased, get a secret code name. So they know which reading is their personal reading. This is someone's personal reading. The beauty of these, however, is that because we are all connected and going through similar healing, similar lessons, similar upgrades, whenever you are drawn to one in divine time, there is most likely a message in here for you. All right, so take them as they resonate if you have been drawn to it. And thank you to those who have participated and purchased readings. Not only are you helping yourself, but you are helping many others along the way, and you are greatly appreciated. So with that said, we are going to get right into the message. This is secret code name Magic Word. And for it, I'm using the Wild Unknown Archetype cards by Kim Kranz, as well as the Wild Unknown Tarot by the same person, Kim Kranz, and Alana Fairchild's Rumi Oracle. Now, when I heard Magic Word, it was literally Mary Poppins' Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So there may be a second message that you could take away from Mary Poppins, all right? And what supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is. Because even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, it makes everything better. It's just the magic word, right? So, getting into this energy with the new moon. New moons are all about manifesting, and manifesting is all about energetic vibration. It's all about your frequency and where you're manifesting from. So this new regiment is the new energetic class that you're moving through with spirit, right? And your journey, your evolution, your elevation, the elevation of your evolution, evolution of your elevation. Potato, potato, whatever way you want to look at it, right? And Virgo energy is about the perfection of the self, the purity of the self. So these archetype cards, we're going to be getting an idea of what it is, the energetic regiment that you're moving into. All right. Ooh. The Bardo. The Bardo. Card 50. Bardo. Really, secret code name, magic word, and those who resonated to this in divine time. The Bardo. It is the liminal, the in-between, the transition. It is said that the Bardo is a place between this life and the next, a liminal realm through which souls pass. Envisioning this inherently mysterious place creates the potential for us to rise above the concerns of this world and see our relationships through a cosmic and timeless lens. We may receive messages from those who are no longer with us, or see visions of lives not yet lived. In the Bardo, there is potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, and to love the unloved, to let go of all the things that cause us pain. The Bardo suspends us in its spaciousness for just long enough to open us to higher wisdom. Its energy does not belong to Earth as we know it, but rather to the cosmic network of which we are a single thread. In its light, it is spaciousness, grace, forgiveness, and truth. In darkness, it is torment, dislocation, hallucination, and transience. If you would like to go deeper into Bardo, you can look into the Tibetan Book of the Dead and Lament of the Dead by James Hillman in Sanu Shamdasani. It's down here. It also says, when the veil between this life and the next is thinned, energy is stirred. This allows for remarkable healing and vision. The Bardo is not to be feared. Take advantage of its energy by recognizing what needs to be resolved. Trust that there is a message for you from beyond. Who is speaking? Go ahead and listen. This may very well be a reminder or energy of listening to those closest to you in soul that have passed away, especially if there is still a pain trigger there. Because they're trying to help you understand why all events in life are actually divinely perfect and there are no mistakes and there is nothing to feel guilty about, sad about, frustrated with, regret. The higher perspective of things, the shift between this life and the next, right? The transition. It is knowing you are no longer who you once were and not quite yet who you are becoming. And the lesson is being learned about who you were to empower you and strengthen you for who you are becoming. You are not the old self you used to be anymore. The one that was locked into a certain world, locked into a certain belief system, locked into certain feelings, locked into certain perspectives, locked into certain grief, locked into certain pain and suffering. You are not locked in. You are not locked in. Get back to Bardo. This is where you let go of pain. This is where you let go, not just of feeling unloved, but to love that or those who you could not previously love or refuse to love. For example, for a really long time, I hated my mother. Hated her. Lots of pain there. I hated her. Couldn't stand her. Felt pain when I thought of her. And that stopped when I became grateful. I went on this journey of self, which has quite literally unfolded before everybody between YouTube and Facebook. YouTube especially, if you go back in my journey. And I don't hate her. I don't feel pain talking about her. I'm very, very grateful. Because if she wasn't exactly who she was, I wouldn't be looking in the mirror and absolutely loving who I am, who I've become. because she was so many things, I chose to become so many things. The bardo is the energetic space between hate and sadness and pain and eternal gratitude and appreciation. Where you go from seeing from the hurt, wounded perspective to seeing the greater scheme of things. There's a reason why everything transpires the way that it does. A reason why people are the way they are. And why they grow the way they grow. The bardo is about the transition period where you are not looking at things from a very narrow, egoic lens of all this happens to me, and move into, wow, the wider perspective of all of this has happened for me. It's not happening to you. That's a very closed eye perspective. The bardo takes you to a eyes wide open perspective of everything happening for you. So Spirit, what does this look like for secret code name, the magic word, and those who would resonate to it in divine time? Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. Top of the deck is the Six of Wands. This is where you know that you're coming out the victor. Wow, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands is under that. Wow, Three of Swords, Two of Cups, the World. This is where Spirit is telling you to let go of the pain caused by soulmates and to really stand up for yourself and defend yourself from your lesser mind, from your lesser vision, to claim the victory for what it is. To claim the victory for what it is. And to shine a light for other people. You know, the horse is a symbol of stamina and endurance. And the Five of Cups is a very crying over spilled milk kind of energy. Not looking at the two glasses still full, but the three that are spilled. Relationships or love that's been lost. Being in the Father of Pentacles energy. It's like being a master of the physical mundane, you know, a master manifester. Maybe you have everything. Maybe you have the house or the ability to buy one, or you have your own place, or you have the car and you have the clothes and you have the shoes and you have you can get anything you need. Anything you need it, you got the money for it. Like it's not phasing you. But the difficulty might be in relationships, right? You can't buy love. You can't buy love. You can't buy loyalty. Love is not conditional. Real love is not conditional. Conditional love is just another way of saying fear. Conditional love is just fear in disguise. Well, I do this for you and you do this for me. And as long as me and you keep doing things like that, then we never have to be afraid of losing each other. But we can't just be ourselves, because that's not good enough. That's not good enough to love each other. I have to do this for you and you have to do this for me for love to be present. Unconditional love goes beyond this life. That's the people possibly passed away that you still have emotions, strong or intense emotions about. Wasn't supposed to end that way. Wasn't supposed to end on that note. Wasn't supposed to end like this. Unfinished business, right? When the business itself is actually finished and it was divinely perfect the way it was, for good reason. This is where you can look at all of your conditional relationships, the ones that you've convinced yourself are unconditional. Nah, they would love me no matter what. They would love me no matter what. They would love me no matter what. They would help me no matter what. They would do anything for me. They love me. But if your behavior changed or what you were doing for them changed, would your relationship be strained? Would it be stable? Would they still hug you at night and tell you that they love you and they're proud of you? How I felt, I'll give you an example. How I felt about who I've spoke of as my divine counterpart for the longest time. He could have quit his job. He wouldn't have been any less of a man to me. I would have been proud of him because he had a lot of stress with that fucking job. But you know, it provided XYZ, but I didn't need XYZ. He thought he needed XYZ. I didn't need it. He got down and out on himself for not getting us the house. Went into complete self-sabotage mode because he thought that I needed the house, and that because I didn't get the house, I didn't love him, or I would leave him, or I would cheat on him, or some shit like that. Like, didn't need the fucking house. I said long before I could be living with him in a cardboard box in the fucking ice age, and I'd have been so fucking happy just to be with him wherever he is, even if it's in the middle of the fucking ice in a cardboard box. Didn't matter what he did. Didn't matter what he provided. I just wanted him, the best him, beautiful him, happy him, healed him, loving him, considerate him. I just wanted the beauty of him. I didn't need anything else. Conditional relationships, that's like me and my fucking mother. If I was paying rent, I could stay. If I were making sure I did whatever she wanted, I could stay. Anytime she asked me for anything, I felt obligated to say yes, because if I said, no, I'm busy right now, or no, I'm sorry, I'm not in the mood, no, I don't feel like it, I'm tired, she'd be at war with me. I wouldn't be at war with her. She'd be at war with me. Things would become extremely uncomfortable. Even if I was paying her rent, she'd up it. It wasn't enough. I need more. Contribute more. Do more. Me. Everything is for me because I'm doing this for you. I'm giving this to you. My mother just didn't love me for who I was and didn't let me be who I needed to be and grow the way I needed to grow. The love was conditional. I'll love you and I'll be the best mother ever if you do everything the way I deem a perfect daughter to be. And if you are not a perfect daughter, I'm not going to be a perfect mother. That was her MO. I wasn't allowed to make mistakes. I wasn't allowed to not be perfect. I wasn't allowed to figure things out. I wasn't allowed to change my mind. I wasn't allowed to just be. It's conditional. As long as I did this, my mother would be like this. And if I didn't be like that, then my mother wouldn't be like that. The love would disappear. Became extremely unstable. This is where you have to discern and distinguish the difference between conditional love and unconditional love. And know that if it's conditional love, then you have to kind of let it go and shine on your own. Stand up for yourself and shine on your own. Listen to your intuition and let it guide you through the pain of letting go of these people you were once so attached to conditionally. Because conditional love is just fear in disguise. It's not real. It's not real love. It's just fear. It's just toxic, long-term toxic dynamics that we've learned and been conditioned to believe is normal. And that's life. It's not life. That's death while living. That's the death of your highest self, your best version, your authenticity, the freedom of your soul. That's the death of it. Conditional love is the death of your free, authentic self. Love and be loved unconditionally. And don't accept less. You deserve better than that. You deserve better than that. Victory of Miriam. Card number 41. Guidance. Pretty sure I highlighted this one. Yeah. It starts out with a poem, then a channeled message by Rumi, and then an interpretation by Alana Fairchild. The poem. If you are longing to caress the moon, don't turn away from it. If you are not ill, why do you crawl under a blanket to hide? You are in a quarry of sweets. Why do you look so sour? You live in the spring of life. Why are you withered inside? Don't fight against yourself. Don't flee from what could be your glory. Like a fearless moth, dive into the flame. Why be linked to your obsessions? Burn out in the flames until your heart and soul are enlightened. Get out of the old carcass and form yourself a new body. Why are you afraid of a fox when you descend from lions? Why be a lame ass when you have the strength of stallions? The beloved you seek will arrive to open the door to your fortune. For love is the key that opens all your locks. Rumi. You feel you are immortal, and I know you are divine. You feel you are not ready for the task, and I know that triumph is only moments away. You reach to me for protection, but you are me, and the protection that you seek is already with you. We are not apart. I am living through all that you are and all that you love, all that you have lost, and all that you offer to me in surrender. I am in you as your courage and magnificence. And any task I send to you is simply one of the tasks for which you were born. You are an eagle with wings ready to soar. So I pushed you from the cliff that you may know yourself. This oracle brings you a message of affirmation and success. Your victory is already assured. You are being led into it now. No matter if you believe it is possible, and if you are placing more faith in the appearance of distraction or obstacle than in utter success. No matter if you have forgotten for a moment that the divine lives in you as you, and that apparent failure is only a part of the process, the plan through which learning happens, serving the ultimate holy victory. Yes. The victory is inevitable. Every challenge and adventure is an opportunity for you to test your mettle and to be what you are in truth. You need what you need as a living, holy expression of the greatest love. Whatever may be troubling you is not a situation or a circumstance meant to bring you trouble. It is not what appears to be that is the source of challenge for you, not at all. It is only how you are viewing the situation. Can you allow yourself to shift perspective? Yes, you know this truth. To forget for a moment that you are divinity and to lapse into erroneous belief that the challenges are more real than the love they veil. No. The real challenge is in the attitude, not in any circumstance or situation. All is perfectly designed to help you fulfill your being, live your truth, experience your power, and reside in the perfection of your divinely loving heart. What is loving seeking to draw out of you now? This oracle brings you guidance and comfort. Whatever is going on in your life right now, whether it brings you joy or deepest struggle, is the divine in you, as you, breaking through into your life. Do not hesitate to trust in it. Embrace it fully and let it have its way. You are safe to be alive. Live it with love and let it unfold. There is also a part of you that is daring to love, to live, and to trust more so than ever before. You are even daring to quit the traumatic tendency to relive so many past hurts and aches. You are less frightened of yourself, so you do not need to sabotage yourself anymore. You are learning love's way of claiming your path to victory is assured. Trust in your growing optimism. The struggle is behind you. Now just rest and enjoy the golden glow as you rest with love a long, long while. Everything's happened for a reason. And unconditional love is never truly lost. If anything, it's just found. And that's the guidance. So until next time, secret code name, magic word, it's been a pleasure. Take care.